Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 537, where Drew and myself will be talking about comics originally releasing on October 30th, 2019, the fifth week in October, the fifth release week. But before we get to telling you what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, do we have any feedback or anything else from our audience or anything else in the world of comics?
We do. We got some interesting stuff that came in. Wolf wanted to let us know that Marked from Image Comics was a good read. Well paced for an extra-sized comic. Good bang for the buck. I didn't read it. Did you read it?
Extra size number ones. No, not yet. I'm behind.
Doggone it.
I've been in the woods.
I got to read it too. And just Joe said, thank the Buddha. Kyle's back.
Yeah.
The last solo cast wasn't too bad.
Hey.
You're getting better, Drew. Just got to put a little more pep in your step. Okay. I'll take drugs. Sharky wants to know if we heard that Martin Scorsese doesn't think comic book movies are real cinema. Is this an old man shaking his fist at the clouds, or does he have a point?
Yeah. I think it's less about the marvel of it all and more about we need original writing and original movie things. And I think the adaptation of Marvel is less of the problem than the reboot and sequelization of the movie theaters or of movies nowadays. But it's mostly just an older generation who's big into original cinema. Seeing all their records and everything shattered by, glitz, glamour, and comic books.
Well, I mean, what did Martin Scorsese ever do a movie that was based on a book?
I'm sure. Yeah, I know that one.
Is that okay?
I know. I think it was that DiCaprio Island one he did was based on a book.
I mean, come on. I mean, we've had blockbuster action adventure stuff, popcorn movies since Jaws. So yep. He's full of crap. And it's too bad that they're gobbling up all the bandwidth and you can't see little movies anymore. But yeah. I mean, I understand that, but that's a different story than saying that they're not real movies. They're real movies.
Plus, I think by taking a pop shot at this, it's good publicity for, he's doing the rounds for The Irishman or whatever it is. So I think any news is good news. So some of it, I think he's just poking the bear for fun.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. And yeah, if you work those junkets, I'm sure you get sick of getting the same questions over and over and over.
Yeah.
Over again. Yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, he's an old man. Jared says, I have a friend who's never read a Batman comic. He wants to know where to start. Is Miller's Dark Knight Returns the best place? I don't know. Kyle, what do you think?
I mean, it only goes down from there, so who knows?
I think that was my first Batman.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so it was like right around that Lonely Place of Dying, Killing Joke, Batman Year One, all around the same time for me. I would say Batman Year One.
Mm-hmm.
Was probably the easiest on-ramp.
Yeah, definitely.
But, I don't know, do you think like the newer things like Hush and stuff are good for new readers?
Yeah, or just grab New 52 and just jump in.
Oh, just give them like the Snyder run.
Yeah. You'll jump into something original, something you won't recognize from cartoons or cinema or anything else, and it kind of just gets used to Batman writing. But I'd go Year One and then something like that, and then that'll kind of break you into the 6-issue arc system that is comics and the way Batman's sometimes written and things like that. And then after that, jump to wherever you want.
Yeah, or you could go to some older trades maybe and enjoy it that way. I wouldn't go.
But there's a lot of crap in older trades. You're going to hit a lot of.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't give him Tom King's 12-issue Nightmare Dreamscape.
No
story arc. I don't think that's a good on ramp for Batman comics.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So Kyle says New 52. I'd go back to the late 80s
There you go.
and go get some of that stuff. I don't think you can go wrong with Dark Knight Returns. It's pretty awesome.
No,
So
I was gonna say at some point you have to read it, so might as well
yeah,
start with it.
I mean it's not the Batman you'll read after that, but it's a pretty darn good Batman.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alan says, "What are your comic book pet peeves? Can be about the books, creators, publishers, the industry, or whatever."
I have so many.
Here are a couple of mine. Slabbed comics. Set those puppies free, he says. Retailers that offer pull box service but don't give you a discount or an incentive. Why would I do that? And characters that die and don't stay dead. I could go on and on, but I want to hear yours. Those are pretty good.
Those are actually awesome.
Kyle, you got any?
We start with unsolicited minis, where they solicit a series and say, "Jump on this thing," and then you grab the first three, and they're like, "By the way, this ends at 5," and you're like, "Son of a!" That drives me nuts.
I don't like overpriced books as much. Kyle hates them more than I do, but like the $10 book especially.
Yeah.
I don't like the $10 comic. I don't like renumbering, rebooting.
I was just about to say the
sorry,
artificial number 1. Yep.
Yep.
For no odd reason. Hey, we hit 26. Time to go back to number 1.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like taking a writer who did a decent book and then putting them on 4 books, and then instead of like having 3 or 4 people writing 3 or 4 books, I'd rather do that. So that bugs me.
Events that span 30 different books, that disrupt 30 different titles.
Yeah, that nobody asked for.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's dumb. Good call there. I mean, I really like your characters that die and don't stay dead.
Yeah.
That's a good one. But I don't hate slab comics, but I do. I get it. You know, it's not really what the deal is. I don't like 6-issue stories. I think they could make better stories shorter or just publish trades. So I'm not a big fan of that.
Hiatuses.
I'm not a fan of hiatuses either. Good one. That's a good one. Let's see.
See, from the comic book shop, I'm trying to think.
I don't like the fans who get up in arms because the character currently being written by a new writer is not the character that they read 45 years ago, and they're whining around about it because it's tweaked for because the new writer changed it just a little bit, and it upsets them so much and they can't take it. I hate those people.
Those are my people. I hate it when... No, just kidding.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think what I hate about comic book shops. And
I don't hate it when they change ethnicity or gender on a comic book for a little while. They always change it back, so I don't mind it when they do that.
I hate it when it's an obvious, yeah, I hate it when it's stupid. It's done for stupid reasons.
We loved it during Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was awesome. How they got there was completely stupid, but once they were there, it was really well done. I'm glad they went there.
Yeah,
but,
so I like them to explore that sort of stuff.
But a mind swap is just that was dumb.
I don't like artists that can't get a book done in one month. That's pretty pathetic. Either a writer or an artist, you really should do something else. if you can't do your job in 1 month,
that's awesome.
Or just do covers. Just be Art Germ. Can't everybody just be Art Germ?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pet peeves, man, and I think
That
we're
is.
just scratching the surface.
Yeah, I'm already
which
thinking of
I
it.
mean, it's coming off like, do we even like comics?
Oh yeah.
We do. But yeah, I guess if something that you like so much and you're that passionate about, it really generates some vitriol as well, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you our listeners have pet peeves.
Absolutely.
If you'd like to share your pet peeves,
Send us 3.
send us your top 3 pet peeves.
Yeah.
Email us comicsforfunandprofit@gmail.com, or you can go to our website comicsfunprofit.com and find all our links to all our social media on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and let us know that way if you prefer. Your donations do keep this podcast going, so please give. We'll put a link in the show notes on how you can give us a donation in the old PayPal if you feel like it. We'll figure out another way to you can give us money if you'd like to, if that doesn't work for you. But we appreciate.
Do you take Bitcoin, sir?
I'll take a couple Bitcoin. I know.
My biggest pet peeve with LCSs as well.
Bitcoin?
Yeah, no. Not just something that's expensive doesn't make it a wall book. Get the stupid books off the wall. I mean, a wall book should be a good book.
Yeah, that's true.
Drives me nuts.
Sometimes it's like issue 78 of Batman, where nothing actually happened. It was like part 2 of a story, but it's up there.
Yeah.
I don't get it. You're right. You're 100% right on that. Stupid LCSs. What's wrong with them? Hey man, we got our Comic-Con numbers, and let's see how we did.
I can't remember what we said.
I'll tell you. You said over 250,000, and I said over 200,000.
Yes.
Or under 250. Mm-hmm. You're right for Spawn.
Yeah.
It was 262,000 for Spawn to take the top spot. You said the top 6 would be over 100,000. I said the top 7, so I got that one.
Crap.
It was the top 7.
We're
Spider-Man.
both winners.
What is it?
We're both winners.
Both winners, really, yeah. Spider-Man #1, the J.J. Abrams book, that's finished in second place, did 156,000. So that was a bit of a surprise. Kind of. It was a little under the radar and got lost in. There was a lot of Spider-Man going on and a lot of other things happening with House of X and everything. So I was surprised it was able to do that well. Then we have House of X, Powers of X, 4 and 5. 5 actually doing better than 4.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty neat.
5's the end of it, right? It was a 5 issue, or wait, what was the?
Was that the end of it? Yeah. 5s did 139,000, 137,000, and Powers did. No, I'm sorry. House and Powers 5 did. Yes, I was right the first time. 4 issue 4s did 127 and 119,000 for the House of X, which was the lowest one on there, and weird disparity. When you look at it.
Yeah, very
yeah, Doomsday Clock #11, the penultimate. I just heard that Gary Frank has submitted his inks for the final issue, so it was right around the bend. Before the end of the year, we're going to get the final issue. Good. Excited about that. But this one did 115,000, so people are still buying it, even though they got to wait a long time. So they're not peeved about the delays. Absolute Carnage at rank 8 did 95,000, so just didn't quite break the 100,000 mark. Deceased, A Good Day to Die #1 did 90,000. Harleen rounded out the top 10 with 84,000. What was missing from up there? The Batman ongoing out of the top 10, but just barely. 78 did 80,000, and 79 did 61,000. So quite a drop. I'm guessing there's some kind of cover deal going on. So there's probably another cover for 79 that's down further, and they didn't merge it for whatever reason, because they make this stuff up as they go along. Also, but normally Amazing is in that top 10, but not now. It's down to rank 17 and around 65,000, so it fell a little bit. No Walking Dead to look for, so What strikes your fancy in this top selling comics list?
Let's see here.
I'm taking a quick look at the Aftershock books because we got the new one, Midnight Vista, did 6,000. Dark Red's down to 4 with its 6th issue. Baby Teeth limping to the finish line with 3,000. Bad Reception, 2nd issue is already at 3,000. Animosity, I'm not sure when that end is coming, but I'm hoping it's soon. It's under 3,000 now. And Descendants 5th issue is below 1,500.
Jeez.
So that's too bad.
Wow, what is going on with DC? Shazam 7 was 14 weeks late.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Second Coming, the Mark Russell book, it's continuing to do pretty well for a back half book. It's almost at 10,000 with its 3rd issue, so it's maintaining or maybe even growing a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of back half books, at rank 57 from Boom Studios, Something is Killing the Children, 33,000 in sales.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Was that the 1st issue?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we have Valiant coming in here at rank 38. Bloodshot #1, the relaunch of Bloodshot, 2019 relaunch, 41,000 sales from Valiant.
That's pretty darn good too.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that Something is Killing Children really surprises me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's in future still doing well?
Yep.
At 27,000. It's solid. Boom's got some solid sellers. It kind of deserves that premier publisher title.
Absolutely. And here at rank 54, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ongoing from IDW. Issue 98 is up to 34,000, actually going down a bit from 97 that we have. So I'm curious to see what that'll spike to when the 100th issue comes out.
Outside of Black Hammer, Dark Horse doesn't really have much to show for itself. A bunch of books around 4,000 or 5,000, 6,000. Nothing really breaking out. Take a look at DC when we get below 20,000. Inferior 5 debuted below 20,000, which isn't good. Batman, Superman. Oh, that's the second. That's the cardstock version. Mm-hmm. So that stuff drives me crazy.
Yeah. Rank 87, Drew. Moon Knight's annual, 24,000.
Not great.
No, but that's why it's not an ongoing.
Yeah. The Catwoman ongoing, Aquaman ongoing, Terrifics, all around 14,000. Batman Beyond 14,000. That's not good.
Man, wasn't Black Cat #1 just gigantic?
Yeah, it was. It was huge.
#4 is already down to 25,000.
Wow, it wasn't. I mean, the writing's not fantastic.
No.
We've got some other. We've got a Supergirl, Batgirl. Those are both at 11,000. They're both under 12,000. They got to cancel those, right?
I would think. I mean, Nightwing's barely above 20,000. It's 21,736.
I mean, would you keep Supergirl and Batgirl going under 12,000? I wonder if those are card stocks. Maybe those are card stocks. I hope. That's really bad.
Yeah. Wow. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen at #3, only 18, less than 20,000 people on that. It is losing around 20% per month. Wonder where is
Lois
Lane?
I don't know. Lost her.
Right up here at rank 91, it's the 3rd issue of Lois Lane, 23,728.
Vampirella still seems to sell well for Dynamite. Well, Vampirella, Red Sonja, don't lose those two because they don't have much left.
Yeah.
Dynamite, be careful. IDW, TMNT seems to be heating up as it's getting closer to 100. It's 34,000.
Didn't hear me say that whole diatribe on that?
No. Did you say that?
Yeah.
I should really listen when you're talking.
We both choose to tune each other out for a little bit.
Now that Napoleon Dynamite, I really liked that. I was surprised how much I liked that, and it didn't quite sell 8,000. If two more people would have bought it, it would have sold 8,000 copies.
Drew, we at Comics for Fun and Profit were pretty heavy on for Image Comics the White Trees book.
Yeah.
Of course, just 2 issues from Chip Zdarsky. Issue 2 only selling 10,300, so there are only 10,000 complete copies of White Trees 1 and 2 in existence.
Yeah, you've got a couple of them in your sweaty little fellows, don't you?
Yes, my sweaty hands.
These must be reorder activities. I can't really tell.
After, you talked about You Are Obsolete, right?
Oh, I missed that one.
At rank 263 from Aftershock, You Are Obsolete #1, 6,692.
Not bad.
And Midnight Vista #1, 6,290. So both of those right around the same spot. Ugh, Faithless ending with its 6th issue at only 6,000 for that last issue.
Still, it's pretty good for a back half book.
It's very true.
Right. There's so much Marvel reorder activity down here.
Yeah.
Some Oni stuff that's reared its ugly head, but it's all Rick and Morty. That first Butcher Queen, that was our pick of the week.
I got it right here, Red 5 Comics.
Yep, 1,922.
Hard to get your hands on.
Yeah, not a lot of them out there. That's about it, I think. It jumps out to me.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Everything else is just eh.
Just eh?
Just eh.
Well, then let's shoot over to the old FOC.
Of course, the FOC is our final order cutoff. It's our last opportunity if we want to add some things to our order, subtract some things, see some different art, or make some different decisions, or perhaps we weren't in the right frame of mind at that previews. So we get a nice little curated FOC list this evening, or whenever you're listening to this, and they are, of course, due by midday Monday if your local comic book shops lets you do FOC, and that is a part of that. Of course, our local wouldn't, so we reach out to Cowabunga, who's always happy to help us out with a nice little curated list from Eric here, and the ability to modify our order up until halfway through Monday. Of course, Eric has a few things that he likes to point out when he sends us the FOC, and the first thing he's talking about is Batman White Knight presents Von Freeze #1. It's our good friend Sean Murphy. Looks pretty good. I like that.
Is he doing the art and the writing?
The internals are by Klaus Janson.
That's pretty cool.
Second thing he's talking about is Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Infinite Crisis #1. We have Annihilation Scourge Alpha, Matthew Rosenberg writing that from Marvel. And also from Marvel we have the relaunch of Deadpool yet again, Deadpool #1. Written by Kelly Thompson with art by Chris Bacalo.
We're really relaunching Deadpool again?
Of course, we need 6 per year.
I don't understand.
But Drew and I will dig a little deeper into the FOC. We will see what we can find. So, Drew, let's start in Dark Horse. Nothing really worth adding there.
Nope.
And down to DC.
Man,
Harleen, the third of our Harleen Black Label.
Let's see. What's the Green Lantern 85? Who's that the first of?
Green Lantern 85. Oh, that's the Junkie cover. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's worth getting. Add that. That's an ad. I was just talking about this the other day.
You want that? You want to own that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Neil Anderson, right?
Neil Adams.
Neil Adams. Neil Anderson. I don't know who that is.
Denny O'Neil on the writing with John Broome. And then a Neil Adams cover. The shocking truth about jugs.
I could have swore I had this at one time.
Really? That's dope.
Yeah, but I don't think I do anymore.
Green Lantern 11. or no, I'm sorry, 85. 1971.
And we got He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse. Infected Scarab. What's that? What is Infected Scarab? Dennis Hopeless, Freddie Williams II, David Marquez.
Is that a deceased version? You're the villain.
It's a Blue Beetle thing.
Batman Who Laughs. So it's from the Batman Who Laughs. It's them all getting dead.
Yep, you're right. Out of Batman, Superman, and You're the Villain, which I'm not paying very much attention to. There's the aforementioned Jimmy Olsen, which, didn't it get expanded from a 6 to a 12, or was it always a 12?
It was always 12.
Yeah. So by the time we get to 12, if it drops 20% each time, it's going to be in trouble.
Yeah. The network, or the Netflix... Oh, I moved off of DC. Never mind. Hold on.
That's all right.
The Netflix series Glow is getting their own...
Oh, they've already had it.
Oh, that's right. This is the versus Babyface. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, they've had one already. At least one. We down to Image yet?
Yep, we're down to Image because I'm not finding anything I care too much about an IDW.
Heart Attack. It's a Skybound book. I don't remember it very well. It's Sean Kittleson, Michael Garland. Oh God, the Kittleson guy did Mortal Kombat 11, and Eric Zawalski did The Dregs and Eternal. Gene therapy has saved Americans from disease only to give birth to variants. People with powers so unique the government denies their human rights, but a rebellion has begun. I gotta check and see if I got this on order. I might need to get this one.
Interesting.
That seems like my type of book.
Yeah. We got the second print of Marked #1, as well as #2. We get a different cover on that Marked.
Oh, I know why I didn't read Marked. It's Haberlin. I don't like him. I mean, he's a nice guy. I don't like his books normally. That's why I didn't read it.
That's awesome.
He does this weird art style that's like computer generated or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me. Got Olympia #1. Kurt Pyers,
who we know from Weird.
Oh, okay, yeah. And Alex Diotto and D. Cuniff. It's a latchkey kid who spends his days reading comic books until his favorite superhero comes crashing off the page and into reality. It sounds like a familiar premise, doesn't it?
Olympia is a meditation on hope and loss conceived by Curtis Pyers and his father, Tony Pyers, while Tony was undergoing treatment for cancer.
Interesting. Might have to check into that one, too. I don't know if... That doesn't sound like I ordered it either.
And this is, of course, a double-sized first issue, which is something we love.
We love it. Love it. Third issue of Safe Sex. First issue was good. Haven't read the second one yet. I think it's out this week.
And on to Marvel.
Wakey.
I'm a little bit yawny today, but I shall persevere.
2099 Alpha, #1. This is Nick Spencer writing it. It's a 2099 like primer, I guess.
It's a wicked. It's a bright cover.
The events of Amazing Spider-Man have been leading to this for months. Really? I've been reading it. I don't remember anything leading to it. I must not have been paying attention. Something is happening in 2099 that spans Nueva, New York, and beyond, and will shake up the official Marvel future forever. This is not a drill. Gonna be some first appearances of 2099 characters in here, you think?
Maybe. I would say so. Another thing I hate in comics, this Alpha #1 has an 8-part connecting variant.
Oh.
Come on now, people.
Ouch.
How am I going to keep track of all that crap?
maybe. Might get that one.
Absolute. Okay, so wait, hold on a second. Absolute Carnage #5, and we have an action figure variant, but that action figure variant is classified.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm intrigued.
They just don't have the cover yet, and there's.
Well,
I mean, it's
it's not so easy as just saying we don't have this cover or cover unavailable. It's like it's legit saying classified.
Oh, so you open the cover for the interior cover?
I don't know.
Maybe, or it's in a bag, or they just can't tell you.
Or maybe it's a character. We're getting a new character in this fifth one.
And that's the action figure that we're getting?
Yes.
Huh. That's a hell of a reach, man. I don't know.
Yes. Also correct.
How confident are you in that summation?
Am I $2.99 confident?
Are you confident? For the good folks, they might have to pay $4.99 for this.
Well, at that point, you can look at it in your hot little hand and make a decision for yourself. But I think it's something special. I think you want to get that action figure variant that they're holding a little close to their vest.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So yeah, there's Amazing Spider-Man 34 that's $20.99.
That's too much money.
That's so. Chance we had to rely on Peter Pimagella and Victor Von Doom.
I do like Doom as a bad guy. Anything I can get with Doctor Doom, yeah.
Did you enjoy the first issue of Doctor Doom, or did you get a chance to read that one?
Didn't get a chance to read that one.
It's a good one. I think I got that one coming.
Here are all of our Deadpools.
Not as many. Little restraint.
Ah.
Surprised.
Yeah. Nifty little David Finch cover there.
Fantastic Four also has $20.99. Yeah, there's stuff going on I've kind of missed out on somehow.
Yeah. Spider-Verse 2.
75th Star Wars. I forgot to check on Star Wars sales before. I wonder how it's doing. Nope, nothing there.
Down to Boom.
Yeah, what's this Heartbeat thing? It's got an FOC exclusive variant by Mirka Andolfo, which is usually I like her stuff, so, but I can't see it, which is a bummer. But the regular cover looks kind of nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is about Eva, a high school outcast who finds herself witness to a horrible secret. The most popular boy in school enjoys the taste of blood and will kill to get his hands on it. It's got a Brian Azzarello blurb on the cover. Man, it's a nice cover, eh? And I can't see the Mirko Andolfo, but that's FOC. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Think about that one too.
There you go. Once and Future.
Yeah, third issue and it went to a second printing already. So 4 is probably also hot.
Yeah.
Got an FOC exclusive for Something is Killing Children #3. Is that Marcos Martin? It says it's a Martin variant, but it lists Werther Del Adera as the cover artist. I don't recognize that as a Marcos Martin art style, so I'm not gonna jump out on a limb on that one.
Money Shot 2. We talked about Money Shot last week. Of course, the Tim Seeley, Sarah Beatty written sexy space romp.
I hadn't heard of her before, so I follow her now on social media, and she is hilarious.
Oh, is she? That's awesome.
Yes, very funny. And not that tough on the eyes. Let's see. Nothing from Vault, really. Dynamite, no.
That's all I got.
I think that's. I think that's it. That's it. Good stuff, though.
Yeah, nice little stuff in the FOC. I'm curious if our new releases will be that packed with cool things.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Oh, no, wait. We got to go to the cover price top 10 first.
Yeah.
I got ahead of myself. The cover price top 10. This is comics that are selling on eBay. This is compiled on the 23rd of October, so right off the presses by our good friends at coverprice.com. First one is Spider-Man Unlimited #1. The first appearance of Shriek, who will be in the second Venom movie. It is selling for $18 on average. And if you got a graded one, you can get $75 out of it. Uncanny. How many that sold? 156 of the Spider-Man Unlimited sold this week. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Uncanny X-Men 467 sold 29 issues of it this week. Just $9.44 average for that. The 9/8s are going for $181. And this is the first appearance of the Shi'ar Death Commandos. So money tells me that you grab those Uncanny X-Men 467s for $10 and you slab them, because there's a huge markup for the graded versions. Holy smokes! And why do we care about Shi'ar Death Commandos, Kyle? Do you know?
No, because I don't even know who Shi'ar Death Commandos are.
Yeah, I missed something. Is it something from the Powers and House of X, maybe?
Secret elite military units composed of various alien warriors that come from the Shi'ar Empire.
Exciting.
The hopes the Phoenix Force.
X-Men 188, the first appearance of Serafina, selling for $7. 20 people bought it this week. Spawn #1, this continues to sell very well. It's creeping up there to $16 for the first issue. There's only about a million or two of these out there in the wild, so you should be able to find one if you want one. But if you got it 9/8, you got $100. House of X5, it's just hot. It's selling above cover. 26 of them sold. Monstrous #1.
I got 2 or 3 of those sitting around.
Yeah, it's coming to HBO.
Maybe.
But it's still a hot book. It was an underordered book back then. Selling on average for $50. 21 of them sold. The 9/8 slabbed book sells for $150. First Nova, Nova #1. Since it's going to get a movie, do we think it's going to get a movie, or is it going to get a show on Disney Plus?
Probably Disney Plus.
Yeah, probably. It's $60 on average.
But I actually think Nova's going to end up in the actual MCU movies with S.H.I.E.L.D. heading towards space and converting to that. We're going to have to run into Nova at some point.
And Nova's a pretty good stand-in for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Youngish kid, type of thing. So
Only space-based.
Yeah. Graded average is $300 for that, though. Man, another good one. Hulk 181, one of the granddaddy grails. It's sold for about $2,000 on average. An 8.0 slab sold for $32.33. 16 of them sold this week, and it's a beautiful book. If you can get the first appearance of Wolverine, or second, depending on your opinion. X-Men Annual #14, the first appearance of Gambit in a cameo role, selling for $25, and 19 of them sold this week. A 9/6 sold for $66. So that seems like an affordable one, and if Gambit is going to be a breakout mutant in a future property.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a good investment there. People love this great take on Harley. 24 of them moved on eBay for slightly above cover. So Harley #1 cracked the top 10. I'm surprised.
Well, a choice by us, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
And so hopefully you have some of those and you got them cheap and you can sell them high. Let's head to the sneak peek time.
Sneak peek, of course, we're going to head over to previewsworld.com, find new releases, find October 30th, 2019, and let's see what we have in image. And holy crap, Chrononauts Future Shock #1 has all kinds of covers. My goodness.
Well, they released all 4 issues.
That's right, I see that.
Simultaneously on the same day. I wasn't sure why at first, and so I had to look it up. Because he signed with Netflix, he wanted to emulate the Netflix model of a bingeable show dropping. So you can read all 4 issues on the same day, buy all 4 issues on the same day. But you can also do that when you release an OGN or the trade. You just put a trade out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of dumb, but he got me talking about it, and we'll see how it goes. If you walked into a comic shop and all 4 issues of a comic, the complete miniseries are out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you gonna? Is it sticker shock? Because you got to pay $12.
No, issue
$16.
Issue 4 is $6. They
You got to pay more than that.
The price on the last issue. I'm out.
So you got to pay almost $20 then for that whole story. You can't even. Would you still sample the first issue?
Now, I know Chrononauts, so, or are we talking something different? Because I loved the first Chrononauts.
Oh, you loved Chrononauts?
Oh yeah, Chrononauts. We both loved Chrononauts, if you remember correctly.
I liked it.
No, we loved it.
But it's a sequel.
Correct.
So, I guess since it's a known entity, that makes it different than an unknown entity.
Correct.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I love the art style a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if I like the ending.
That being said, I'm out.
That being said, you're still out. So you walk in, you're like, I don't mind buying something every month, but I don't want to buy all at once in 1 week.
Yeah, don't presume I'm all in for your stuff. Come on now, bait and switch. Take me on a couple dates here.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's not how comics work, right? We don't do it this way.
Correct.
That's how OGNs work.
Correct.
You want to put the whole big story out? It's an OGN. That's the rules. You got to follow the rules,
That's right.
man.
We're trying to change the way things go.
Yeah.
Dark Horse.
I'm sure this is a one-time thing just for publicity, and it won't be repeated, but we'll see.
Nothing in Dark Horse. Manor Black is on its 4th of 4.
Yeah.
Down to IDW.
Nothing.
5th week on some of these things. We have TMNT 99 here.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, I love the Eastman cover, but it's an $8 book.
Yeah. $8 book right before number 100 comes out.
Which was it? It wasn't that much, was it?
No.
Was 100 an $8 book?
I don't think so.
It must have been. It had to have been.
Yeah. Huh. Who knows? Down to DC.
I'm really looking forward to I'm looking forward to that.
Basket full of heads, Joe Hill.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to get into these Hill books. I think they're going to be fun. And have we had the annual conversation? I think they should spread out the annuals.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It really drives me crazy when there's 5 or 6 annuals coming out the same week. Mm-hmm. Because what annuals have become are nice, solid, lengthy, standalone stories normally. And so it's fun to, if you're not reading a book, to pick up an annual because it's usually pretty accessible.
Yeah, self-contained.
Self-contained story. You can sample that character and see if you want to get back into it. But when you put 5 or 6 of them out in the same week, who's going to sample that many?
No.
I don't think annuals are. I don't think they should look at annuals as just being for the people that already read the book. I think they should look at them as specials.
I'm with you.
It makes me. They've got Wonder Woman, Nightwing, Batman. I guess they just have 3, but still, and an Aquaman giant. So it's kind of like that. Oh, and there's Batman and the Outsiders. So there's it's like 4 or 5. I was not wrong.
You were not. You were on the right track before you got sidetracked. Second Harleen, first Joker killer smile. That's your boy Lemire.
Yeah, I think they did a lot of Joker stuff. They're really cashing in, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they would have had to have had this stuff in the pipeline already.
Yeah.
This Last God, Book 1 of the Fellowship Chronicles. What is this?
I don't know.
It's a Black Label book?
Yeah, it seems odd. I don't think... Yeah, it is Black Label.
It's a dark fantasy from writer Philip Kennedy Johnson, who did Last Sons of America and Warlords of Appalachia. I did like that.
Yeah.
For Ricardo Federique, who did A Metal and Aquaman. I just kind of. So Black Label is basically Vertigo now.
That's what.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh.
But also, they're taking mainline superhero books and doing
fun stuff with them. So it's a reimagined Vertigo, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the brand had been besmirched beyond repair, so they abandoned it and then said we'll do new imprints with this Young Animal, Hill House books, and then we'll throw stuff in Black Label. See if we can sell stuff better than we could sell it as a Vertigo book. I think that's a good plan.
There you go.
Let's see if it works.
See how we can do it.
We got Sandman Universe Special, Hellblazer #1, which is this a new Hellblazer series then?
Cy Spurrier, good boy.
Oh, it's just a one shot. Just a one shot.
Tales from the Multiverse, or the Dark Multiverse, Death of Superman #1.
I don't understand what we're doing here. Dark Multiverse takes on the highest selling comic book event of all time, the death of Superman. In a broken world much like our own, Lois Lane, twisted by rage and grief, becomes the Eradicator and takes revenge on those who let Superman die. Becomes the Eradicator? Huh. Is that something that we know of anywhere else?
Mm-mm.
The Eradicator?
Yeah.
I don't think I know that storyline. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, Eradicator is the given name of 4 different fictional comic book characters appearing in books published by DC.
Interesting. He's got a little Google window just right up there. You're just at the ready all the time, or is that just your brain?
Nope, just click the tab, copy paste.
I'm done with DC, if you are.
See what Marvel has for us.
Final Dead Man Logan.
Wow.
It's been really fun. I'm excited for the end. And look, they didn't jack up the price. Just last issue, and still only $3.99. Doctor Strange annual.
We have Fantastic Four doing these Grand Design 2-part books.
Ed Piskor still?
Tom Squally.
Scioli.
Scioli.
No, it's in the authorship tradition made famous by Ed Piskor.
Yeah.
And so somebody else is going to do it?
Yeah, and Piskor's doing, I think he's got a cover. He's doing the B cover.
I don't know.
Can it be done?
Sure. I mean, I guess, if you're a super fan of that character group, right?
Yeah.
Then you are the expert on that character, and you would be the one to be able to do that. But to call it grand is, I guess that's a brand. Grand Design is a brand.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Or even Spider-Man Grand Design. That'd be fun. Who's gonna do that one? Oh man. Of course, there's so many Spider-Man books we don't need anymore.
There you go. Red Goblin, Red Death #1. And we have a Chris Daughtry, Ron Garney wraparound variant. And
Chris Daughtry,
the singer?
as in, yeah.
Yeah, he did the Superman 50 cover as well, if I remember correctly, for New 52.
Yeah. That's right.
Might be something for fans to look at. It's a good looking cover as well.
Ron Garney
Also
helping
Ron
out.
Garney.
Probably doing the heavy lifting.
There you go.
A lot of annuals. Golly. Is October the annual month?
I guess so. And the final Silver Surfer Black, bringing that thing in for a landing. Wicked Tradmore cover A.
Even if it's a 5th week thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are 4 5th weeks. I don't know. I guess you can't spread out that. I guess if you got 40 characters, you got to put 4 or 5. Yeah, all right. Maybe they limit it to a 5th week thing, and that's when they jam all their annuals.
Yeah.
Man, it's really eating me up. Sticks in my craw, Kyle.
It really does. You're not going to let this go, are you?
I am now. I'm done. I said my piece. That's all I see from Marvel.
Yep. Nothing much for me for Dynamite either.
No. Nope. Don't see anything there.
Into Boom. Huh, we have an $8 #1, so I'm not even going to click on it.
And it's not even, it's a new volume of something that exists.
Yeah. Moving down to our smaller publishers.
Monster Planet. This is a Zenoscope book.
Yeah.
You don't care for Zenoscope, but I kind of like them.
Oh, yeah? What should I like about them?
I just think the stories are usually pretty unique.
Uh-huh.
And the art's usually pretty fun and crazy and colorful. What else is there to like about comics?
There you go. We have It's Alive comics with Pink Lemonade #1.
Ooh, that looks neat.
Nick
What is it about?
Cagnetti. Mysterious past, colorful costume, altruistic, nomad lifestyle. It's all pretty cool. Pink Lemonade dreams of doing big things. She just wants to be good and help where she can, but things don't always work out the way that we plan. And soon Pink Lemonade finds herself in jail after a big misunderstanding with some cops while trying to help a child. And just when you think she's sunk, a powerful man shows up with a good offer she may not be able to refuse. But is it too good to be true? A story full of both fun and mystery. Readers are sure to get lost in her strange, action-packed adventures.
Nice. We got a relaunch from Avatar, Warrior Nun Dora. It's a Netflix original series. And relaunches this summer for readers of all kinds with a new nun and a new attitude. So I guess there was a Warrior Nun book already.
So is that the same thing with Roku here from Valiant?
Is that new? I don't know.
I think it's Cullen Bunn. How many lives must the lethal assassin Roku take in her first series? Killing her way around the globe, the deadly weapon called Roku will face a challenge she simply cannot execute.
Then take a look at Wolvenheart from Mad Cave Studios. Written by Mark London with art by Alejandro Giraldo. And get this mashup. We've got legendary Professor Van Helsing.
Okay.
Leading an organization that monitors anomalies in the space-time continuum. So we got some time travel going on. We got the group being infiltrated and decimated by a cabal of history's most infamous villains, led by notorious notorious serial killer Elizabeth Bathory. Sterling Cross is the organization's most prolific monster slayer, winds up trapped in an alternative reality where his only choice is to fight his way through time and change the course of history. I mean,
A lot going on there. Yeah.
there's a lot going on there. Do you think the first one will be like the first issue will be so much exposition trying to explain
Yeah.
this world?
Just, who is everybody again?
What? Okay, here's all the moving parts. But if it's not, and if it's done well, it might be super fun.
There you go. Anything else,
No,
Drew?
I don't know, man. I'm really leaning towards that book.
Well, this is where you put your money where your mouth is, Drew. This is the point of the podcast where I ask you for your pick of the week. What's the one thing to make sure you head to your LCS this coming Wednesday? Make sure you get signed, sealed, bagged, boarded, delivered to yourself. What is it?
Well, I'm going to lean away from the Chrononauts. So I think I'm going to go with the old Wolven Heart. Is that what it is? Wolven Heart, yeah.
Wolven
From
Heart.
Mad Cave.
Then I will simply sneak up to Joe Hill's Basket Full of Heads #1 from DC Black Label Comics.
I think that's a really good choice.
Yeah. You know what? We're pretty good at this sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And we
Not
have
every time.
We have a Joshua Middleton cover B that I am, for the first time in a while, going to say let's get that cover B because it just looks darn good.
Ooh, he's off the cover A train.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the cover A. I mean, you're paying an extra $1. This is a card stock here, but you're getting that quality, and I just want to see you have it in your hot little hand. Good stuff. Drew and myself would like to thank you for traveling with us through the 5th week of October. If you disagree with our picks for the pick of the week this week, make sure you shoot us a line. Be part of the podcast. Anything on our Twitters, our Facebooks, our Instagrams, Gmail account, all this stuff can be found at comicsfunprofit.com. Be part of the podcast. Send us in what you're thinking. Make sure you send us your top 3 comic book pet peeves at the moment. We want to hear exactly what your guys' pet peeves are as well. See what our listeners think, if they agree with us on this. I want to thank you so much for coming along with us. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.